Hello everyone! Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. I like they added some new sitting emotes, I think with the last patch, maybe the one before that. This is one of the VR ones. I like the leaning back onto the cement, or I guess the concrete or whatever. Because it actually almost lines up. It's close enough, it looks fine from this angle. Makes my character look really cool. Anyway, today we're going to start out with some of our usual weekly golden saucer stuff. Gonna do fashion report and see if we finally eventually probably didn't win the jumbo cacpot, and do our mini cacpot tickets as well. And then I didn't realize, I completely forgot that we just missed the 240 gate, which means we're gonna have to wait till the 3 o'clock gate if we want to do that. I may or may not wait for it, because we're gonna end up spending a good amount of time standing in queue. Hopefully not too long, but since we're doing the last section of the Eden raid series, we're gonna be sitting in queue for those fights. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with by pulling up Kai's graphic and seeing what crazy outfit we need to make that we're gonna end up making today. Alright, here we go. So this hat's actually pretty easy to get. It's just some seals, and it's not like it's difficult to rank up your grand company. And then of course the very sus less is more section. I believe I have the Star Spangled Subligar. But if we need to, we can go get the hard leather subligar, or however you say that, from Gwalter, who pretty much has every single who has pretty much every single fashion report piece you'll ever need. And then it looks like we can just use the dyes. We can just buy the blood red dyes and use those to get the last couple points we need. So I'm going to go check my glamour dresser, because I think I have this saved. Because I believe the quest you get it from is the... Well, this is thanks for your support, but I believe you also get it from the post-Moogle quest line, if I recall correctly. I guess I could just look at that up real quick. Hold on. You get it from the last quest. The delivery Moogle quest line. Oh no, that's the post Moogle cap. Then where did I get? Oh yeah, there it is. Thanks for your support. So that is the correct one. Correct quest. Anyway, let's get back to the game. And let me go check my glamour dresser, and see if I actually have that. Either way, I can go get it from the Calamity Salvager. Salvager? Is that right? Yes. If I don't have it saved in there. I forgot, I should have gone and bought the blood red dyes before I left that area, but whatever. If I do end up waiting for the 3 o'clock gate, then I'm gonna need to end up waiting a bit anyway, so it's fine if I, quote, do stuff inefficiently. Alright, would it go in the armory? I guess I would need to check in here, wouldn't I? Wait, when did they add an item search? I'm not complaining. Okay, I don't see it here, so maybe it's in the armory. I need to switch to legs. Yep, there it is. Oh, I don't want to put it on that plate. Yes, discard changes. That's very sus. I mean, I'm not a Rogadin, but still. Okay, let's go grab those 2 blood red dyes. And then we'll head over to the golden saucer. Let's see, dive vendor should be over here. The independent merchant. Yep. Let's see, blood red dye. Yeah, I need to put that on. I guess I should do it after I play the glamour plate, but I'm not gonna do that here. That'd be really suspicious. Don't want to get arrested by the brass blades for indecency, public indecency. Oh wait, I'm a female Viera. It would be a bit I think it'd go down a little bit differently. But before we go do fashion report, let's do our mini cacpot tickets. See if we can get our triple 10,000. Alright, first ticket. Let's see, we can get 1, 2, 3, or 7, 8, 9. Nope. Neither one of them are on there. How about this one? Nope, can't be any of them. Okay, one more try. You can't get 1, 2, 3, or 7, 8, 9. Oh well. Can't do anything about that. If your tickets don't have the numbers, then you can't do. Then that's just all you can do. But we can always just complain about Jumbo Cacpot because there's nothing out of our control. I mean, everything's out of our control. No skill required. Nope. Nope. Okay guys, I'm getting a bit annoyed by this. You gotta draw my number! I don't care if I hit random every time. You're supposed to know what number I get. Oh, right. Oh, didn't win that again. But, I mean, it's not exactly likely for me to win. Well, let's do our very, very sus, see everyone else dressing up at the... No? Surprised. Oh, let's change into our outfit. And then I gotta apply the dyes. What? It should be dyeable. Oh. Okay, so... I'll dye the gloves. Apparently that's not... I didn't realize that wasn't dyeable. Let me go ahead and dye the gloves, the correct thing. And then let me try this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be off by 2 points. So I can't dye... You can't dye the quest reward version of this... Of the diaper. Which means you have to dye another piece of armor. Either 2 of the right color or 1 of the matching exact match. Can't see it. You can't see it with the long armor. That's probably a good thing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be at 78. Yep. Okay. Which means I need to get either 2 of the correct dyes or 1 or 1 exact. And it looks like I can just go buy a sky blue dye and dye my chest piece, which is what I'm going to do. So let me head back to... I'm gonna go to Ul'dah because it's a free... Because it's free... What's the right word? A free airship trip from the Golden Saucer. I'll just buy a sky blue dye and apply it to my chest piece. And that'll put us pretty much right on time to hit the 3 o'clock gate. Actually, it won't take 7 minutes to do this. So we're probably going to be sitting around for just a little bit. Let's see, sky blue. You can buy it here, right? Yes, there it is. Buy my chest piece. And let me sell back the blood red dye as well. Okay, let's head on back. And that should give me enough for the 80 points. Kind of want to tweet on the on Kai's post to warn people that you can't die this piece, but it doesn't matter that much. Oh right, I'm back. I mean, you get 4 tries to do this, so not like it matters that much. Debating whether to do these quests for Eden's Promise as... I'm going to tank, but I'm wondering if I should do him as Warrior or Dark Knight. I like the Dark Knight having all of the extra OGCDs to use, but I'm better at Warrior? There's a big question mark at the end of that. There we go, that's the 80 points. And there's the extra 50,000 gil. Now let's fix this. Let's fix my outfit. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we still got 6 more minutes until the gate. So I'll go ahead and do a couple of the Golden Saucer challenge logs for the mini games. I'll do the win 3 mini games and win 100 gil or MGP. Can you go out on a limb here and say that this is a very easy minigame? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Never mind about being easy. Yeah, too far. Like, there's no point in doing, I don't know, did they plan on you doing, like, the smaller mini-games for this? Which is why they do the only 100 MGP? Because this one, like you saw there, I got 85 MGP just from one win. I know a lot of the smaller mini-games, you get much less. You get a lot less MGP for each win. Getting closer. Nope. Oh, still a bit far away. There we go. I think I'll double down on this one. Might as well, since we still have to wait a couple minutes. Oh, I hit that right on the money. I think I'll just double down again. Oh, getting close. That's close. Probably above that, actually. Hit it on the money again. Let's double down again. Nope, nothing there. I'm just that good. We're doing it again. Nothing. Getting close. Oops. That's the right direction. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. It's 500 MGP. Alright, I think I'll just go wait by the main Aetheryte for the last minute, and then we'll go do the gate, the 3 o'clock gate. Once we're done with that, we'll head on over to Amarang, and we'll continue on with the Eden raid series. We'll finish up the last section with Eden's Promise. Come on. Last time on the raid series, let's see. I believe we did some more of the primals, and then Gaia ended up... Yeah. Reen ended up turning into... What's their name? The ice. Shiva. She turned into Shiva for the last fight, and then Gaia ended up saving her. And then there was a moment where Gaia like was afraid of that she would die. All right, let's go ahead and do Air Force One. Hope we don't mess it up. I think I got it last time I did it on stream. The question is if I can do it again. Let's not get overzealous and go too quickly. He says as he goes quickly. Okay, now we're probably going to start getting some red ones, so I need to slow down. Okay, maybe it's the next set. Yeah, there's a red one. Shoot the normies. Oh, I thought I hit the red for a second. I'm just flat out taking my hand off my mouse when I'm not shooting. Shoot ultros. Shouldn't be going that fast. You got that like quick sweeping one there. Could have been bad. There we go. Take a hand off the mouse. That's it for the bonus phase, and it made me remember that there was actually a bit where I got Galaga on DS, and I actually spent a good bit of time optimizing, like, I would purposely get my ship capped. Oh, come on! I knew that would happen. Well, there, in Galaga, there was, I would optimize when I would get my ship captured, just before on the last enemy of the bonus round, or the last enemy before the level before the first bonus round. I would purposely get a ship captured and then recapture it, so that I'd have 2 ships for the bonus round, and I'd be able to get double the firepower and always get an extra, like, 3,000 points. I'll continue the story in a minute. We're gonna head over to the... I believe the quest is in... Let me check. I believe the next quest is in... Oops, that's not where I meant to go. Anyway. Started at Yalfurt in Almerang. Okay. Anyway, so on Galaga, I would purposely, I think it's on level 4, get my ship captured by one of the, I don't know what they all, I think they all have names, I just don't know what they are. Purposely get the ship captured and then recapture it and catch it so that you would be able to have 2 ships for the bonus round, and then you get a bonus 10, actually it's like 10,000 points if you get perfect. Okay, let's head over up to the Amaru Keep and take it to Almerang. Need to take it to the left side. Oh wait. That's fine. That's not right. I need to go outside of the Crystarium and I'll just teleport over. Because this will take me to the east side of Almerang and I need to be on the west side. Let's go to... Oh no, we need to be on the east side, that's right. I was thinking we needed to go to Trolley Town. Well, no, we need to go to Mortsuk on the east side. You know, eventually I'll check out Bosja. I believe this is Bosja. Or however you say it. Then again, I haven't even touched Eureka. So I'm not... Actually, I'm probably not going to bother with either until I finish up my ARR... Not ARR. My Heaven's Ward Relic weapon. Because I've basically, since I started playing WoW, I haven't been doing my daily roulettes. So I haven't been getting my daily, like, 350 tombstones or anything. Let's see, is this one? Yeah, this is Almering. And so I'm, like, really lagging behind on getting the tombstones you need to buy the materials. It's kind of annoying just how many of those tombstones you need for the Heaven's Word materials. Thankfully, you can stock up on them before you even get to the next steps. So I could technically just stock up and buy all the materials I need before I even get there. That's probably the only saving grace. And let me go ahead and update the stream text while we fly over here. And then let's get started with Eden's Promise by talking to Yelfert. Empty Promise. Yelfert is so engrossed in the slip of paper in his hands that he barely notices your approach. Do try not to startle him. Brilliant, brilliant. So the rumors of your knack for being in the right place at the right time are true. You see, we've just completed our preparations for another expedition into the empty. Miss Reen and Miss Gaia agree that it's high time you all went to see how things are coming along, though I must say, being at their beck and call night and day does test my patience on occasion. I mean, if it's Gaia, I can completely understand. Well, well, fancy seeing you here. Brilliant. We were just getting ready for another ride on the Sky Slipper. Care to join us? Stoic nod. There was one other thing I should mention before you depart. Now that the situation in Yulmore has settled down somewhat, my associates have made some headway in investigating your past, Miss Gaia. Is that so? I thought that's what you wanted. So did I, but I quite like things. I quite like the way things are now. Digging around in the past might, I don't know, spoil it somehow. Besides, uncovering the truth behind the voice in my head and my strange powers is bound to be more interesting than whatever life it was I had in Yulmore. I understand. We'll find the answers, together, just like we do everything else. Reen? I don't think you realize what you're saying. Did you make that necklace? How were the coffee biscuits? Oh yeah, we didn't get to see the coffee biscuits. Let's see. How were the coffee biscuits? Also, what necklace is he talking about? I don't see one. Or she. Oh, they were delicious, as always. But I hear they're quite fattening, so we usually just buy one and have half each. Yeah, that sounds like... that reminds me whenever I go to, like, Chipotle, and then, like, a girl hears that I ate the whole burrito, they're like, you ate that whole thing? It's like, yeah, I could probably eat two. Anyway. And then you always get another one anyway. Yes, but we break that one in half too, so it's fine. Then we may as well have one each to begin with. Honestly, Reen, I sometimes wonder if you got biscuits for brains. Though, I must say, my time in the Crystarium has been rather enjoyable. We even had a chance to make a necklace from the ice crystal we found. And in case you're wondering, I haven't been neglecting my training. I wouldn't want my skills to get rusty just because Thancred's not around. I'm ready for whatever lies ahead. Oriange would also be pleased to hear that you had your head in those fusty old tomes. I've even done a bit of studying myself. After all, it's up to us to take care of the empty now. I'm looking forward to seeing how things have changed since our last visit. Come on, let's head over to the Derrick. For some context, this raid series was released after 5.4, or after 5.3, which is the patch where all of the Scions went back to the first. Meaning that Reen and Gaia are on their own now, and no more Thancred and Dadcrid and Mommy Uriange to take care of them and chaperone them around. Anyway, let's head on down to the Derrick, and then head on over to the Empty. See how things have progressed since we were gone. Today I started editing I finally started editing the Eden's Gate series. I think I'm going to break each fight and its respective story into a video. And then, starting February, I'm hopefully going to start posting 3 videos per week. But I'll need to see just how many videos I've stockpiled and just how many videos I'll start going through. Anyway, let's talk to Gaia and Reen, and we'll head on over to the Empty. This time, those giant ant things had the good sense to leave us alone on our way here. Seems they've learned their lesson. That's right, Gaia went and exploded one of them in the last part. I don't suppose you fancy taking the helm this time. Leave it to me. Wait, I'll pilot this time. Oh, I didn't realize you knew how. While you were off training, I was practicing with another sky slipper they have at the Crystarium. Really? That's fantastic! Hardly. You've been pulling more than your own weight, and I just wanted to do what I can to contribute more. Man, Gaia's really changed. So you two can sit back, relax, and leave it to me. This Gaia was all, like, super stuck up before, but now she seems like her and Reen have gotten along very well. Well, Gaia certainly kept that quiet. She's just full of surprises, isn't she? There's no need to look so apprehensive, you know. Let's get going, shall we? I honestly don't know what voice to give Gaia. Because I've only heard her voice. She actually does have a voice line that we heard, but I don't know how to do that voice. Because I can do like a higher pitched, like, younger girl voice like Reen. Well, kinda. I think it sounds okay. But hopefully she doesn't crash. Let's see what happens. It's so strange, suddenly seeing you at the controls. Why didn't you tell me you'd been practicing? I thought I'd surprise you, that's all. Consider me surprised. All this time, I thought you were only good for smashing things with your hammer. Bring that up again and you can walk the rest of the way. And they've really become good friends since last time. I'd best behave. I wouldn't want to get stranded in the Empty and miss the festival. Festival? Stoic head turn. Ah, I suppose this is the first you've heard of it. We haven't exactly been keeping it a secret, but it's still in the planning stages. You see, the return of the night sky has brought lots of changes, and while everyone is glad, in reality it's also been quite stressful. Having to adapt to the new way of life. Yet with nighttime, that's a big difference. Seeing how hard our elders are working to keep the Crystarium running, youths like myself came up with the idea of hosting an event as a way of expressing our appreciation. Once we return from the Empty, I'll be helping as one of the organizers. I'd be happy to help, provided I'm suitably compensated. I'd offer to help, but I think everything is well in hand. I wouldn't be so sure about that, but I tried my best to make it a success. If everything goes well, all we need to do is turn up and enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. How about you, Gaia? Would you like to help with the festival? But what's that? I haven't been listening. My leg is cramping up a bit. Piloting this thing must have made me more tense than I realized. Then let one of us take over. Uh-oh. What's gonna happen now? No, I'll be fine. Well, as long as you're sure, but if you feel like switching places, just say the word. Okay, now why is Gaia... Does she think she's not gonna come back from this or something? No. How can this be? Looks like everything's dying? Yeah, the snow is melting. I think that explains it. Is it depleted? Or what's wrong with it? It's obviously orange. Light. Does this mean there's still too much of it in the empty? I'm no expert, but this might be a result of losing control when you restored the ice elemental. Even though I tried to use darkness to hold back the light spilling forth, it seems it wasn't enough. Then we're right back where we started. This is all my fault. Reen, please. No, Reen, you mustn't blame yourself. It's not a good time to have a migraine. You have returned to me. Restore the darkness while you still can. Yeah, I get those too. Usually it's not a voice in my head though. Unless it's saying think, feel, think, or whatever. A familiar voice. An inescapable fate. The promise of salvation at the precipice of ruin. In the remnants of a long past, I would find my truth. No, don't worry, Gaia. Just take some leave. I'll fix the headache. It's been so long since Gaia had one of those headaches that I thought the fairy might have disappeared for good. Do you think it's got something to do with Eden? I wonder. Hold on. Okay, never mind. Fear of the dark. Gaia appears to be conversing with the voice inside her head. Gaia, you shouldn't acknowledge it. You need to ignore it. It's not real. Restore darkness. What did you say, Gaia? Restore the darkness to the world flooded by light. Isn't that what we need? Ah, that's it. We thought we'd restore balance to the 6 elements, but perhaps they're still too strongly aligned with light. If that's the case, maybe we can set things right by using darkness. I do happen to be known as the Shadowbringer. By using darkness? Are you serious? But hold on, it might actually work. Gaia, that's a brilliant idea. I wouldn't go that far. I just remembered what I learned during our adventures, that's all. But this does mean you'll need to call on your services again, if that's alright with you. I mean, at this point it's kind of expected. Leave it to me, stoic fist bump. We've come this far together, and we'll see our mission to the end, to Eden's core. Well then, let's head back into Eden then. Okay, Reen, where? Oh, there's a guy. I'll say one thing before we start. If this all goes horribly wrong, don't even think about pinning it on me. Not that it will, of course. Right, Gaia. Right, let's get started. But, were there any primals aligned with yes. I can't seem to recall any. Rain, I don't think you want to go there. You mean there isn't one? I mean, Zodiark? The Asian's god's Zodiark may be suitable, but we need something that Brilliant has actually encountered, and preferably defeated. Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Well, does it have to be a primal for it to work? If it's just a lot of darkness that we need, perhaps there are other ways to get it. You might be right. What we ultimately need is a state of highly charged darkness. It shouldn't matter what form it takes. Does anything come to mind, Brilliant? Okay, let me see. I mean, there's been plenty of dark things we've faced, but I can't think of a specific example at the moment. Let's see, the Flood of Darkness. I mean, yeah, we've encountered several Void Sent, but then again, the Sky Pirate series. The creatures I unleashed, while under the fairy's control, if we were able to summon one powerful enough, it just might work. The Cloud of Darkness. I can't begin to imagine how powerful it must have been. Well, you know, I'm pretty powerful myself. I'd say we found the perfect candidate. But where to find a suitable place, one where darkness is strong? It wouldn't be easy in a world flooded by light. Well, we've got the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Darkness right here. It seems like a good enough spawn to me. But what about the light-aligned Aether that's all around us? That's where you come in. You can suppress the light while I draw out the darkness. By combining our powers, we can make it work wherever we are. Interesting. Combining our powers. Yes, between us, there's nothing we can't achieve. Don't be afraid, Gaia. I'm not afraid, just very concerned that this will all go horribly wrong, which is the same thing, I suppose. Anyway, it's certainly not easy coming up with these plans by ourselves. That's true, but when this is over, we can reward ourselves with all sorts of delicious treats at the festival. Festival? What do you mean? Oh, right. We spoke about it on the way here, remember? I asked if you wanted to take part. I was busy piloting the Sky Slipper, so I probably wasn't paying attention. Oh, well, not to worry. We can talk about that later. Right now, we've got a job to do. Well, clearly there's something wrong with her memory. Because she already can't remember her past, but now apparently there's more short-term memory loss? Oh well, we'll find out later. I'll draw out the ambient ether. And I'll shift its alignment to darkness. Oops, that was Gaia, not Reen. Now, Brilliant, focus your thoughts. So if I, picture the primal being a hot person, will they come out like that? Eden's Promise, Umbra, now accessible. Oh, time to queue up for 5 to 10 minutes. I think there's already a bunch of people here. I don't know which one they're queuing for, though. Oh, right. Not that one. We are on, not Savage. Umbra. Yeah, I'll just queue as Dark Knight, whatever. Let's see how long the queue is. 5 minutes. It shouldn't be too bad. I guess I'll talk to Reen and Gaia while we wait. called forth real void scent before, so everyone tells me anyway, but this is unknown territory for me. With the two of you by my side, though, I'm sure it'll work. This is the first time we've tried this since that disaster with Shiva, so I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. Even so, I can't afford to waver now. This week I started reading, last week I finished reading another, Agatha Christie book. I went through and read several, Hercule Poirot mysteries. And this one, the last one I read was the ABC Murders, which, it was good, but it wasn't as good as the other ones that I read. But this week I decided to try a different series, and I had gotten a recommendation from a booktuber that I watch sometimes, and she recommended The Lies of Locke Lamora and the Gentleman Bastard series. And so far, it's been really good. It's got a lot of detail, but it's like Dune level of detail, not Lord of the Rings level of detail, where it adds a bunch of extra detail that makes it better, but it doesn't go over the top with like the long history of the dwarves and why Gimli is the person that's going to accompany the hobbits on their journey to Mordor or anything like that. Because like honestly, when I tried to read The Fellowship of the Ring, it was just too much detail. It was really good, and if you really wanted to dig into it, it would be amazing, but I don't want to I didn't want to like make a timeline to keep track of everything and like go deep into the lore or anything like that. So I ended up dropping it after I got to the Council of Elrond. Because he started talking about the history of the dwarves and why they're like friends with them and stuff, and it's like, okay, this is good, but I don't need this much detail. I mean, the parts I enjoyed the most was when they were actually like progressing the story. And then having some background is nice, but like I said it, Dan, it just a bit too much. I just noticed that Roganin is wearing a dwarf helmet with the beard. I find on my editing, I find it a lot easier to do, to edit these Final Fantasy videos than I do the World of Warcraft videos. Because on the Final Fantasy videos, I just need to, like, most of it is actually reading dialogue. And for the most part, I'm not going to cut a lot of that. I'm not going to cut most of that. And then, like, maybe fights and cutscenes. And I'm going to leave in a bunch of that. I'm not going to be cutting out almost any of it. But then with World of Warcraft, it feels like, okay, there's a lot of downtime where I'm like either running around or just killing something uninteresting. And my brain is tempted to just cut out a bunch of the extra combat like I've tried to do, like I've kind of done with some of the, with like in the day 1 videos and some of the day 2 parts. But I feel like that's just cutting out the gameplay, like that is the game. So I shouldn't cut out too much of it, but at the same time, it seems uninteresting to me. I mean, it would be nice if I could get feedback, but I don't have very many people watching it at the moment. I'm just gonna continue and keep experimenting, see what I come up with. Because like I am happy with the, I don't think it was in the first part of day 2, but in the second part of day 2, I did some nice editing on some parts that I like. That'll probably be uploaded next week. I'll probably do one Final Fantasy video, one WoW video for the next, I guess next week, and then starting after the week after, I'm gonna see, depending on how many videos I have ahead of time, I might start posting 3 videos per week, but it really depends on just how much content I have. Because I'm gonna get 4 videos from Eden's Gate, and then I'm also going to start, but then I also need to continue editing WoW videos if I'm going to be alternating. Because I'd like to alternate WoW Final Fantasy for the most part. Or at least if I'm going to be doing 3 videos, then I'll do 2 Final Fantasy and 1 WoW. because I have a lot more Final Fantasy content on the backlog that I haven't done. Like, I still got the oldest content I have is the Stormblood Dark Knight storyline, and then the second oldest is the next Eden. This is Eden, the second Eden raid series. That still needs to be edited and uploaded. Then I've still got. I finished up Dragonflight Day 2 for WoW, and then I've got to do. I've still got Day 3, 4, and 5, although Day 5, I believe, is very short, so I think it might just be 1 or max 2 videos. Because it was just me finishing up the Bronze Dragonflight story. Curious to see what happens with Gaia. Because it'd be nice for Reen to have a close companion since like Thancred and everyone left. So obviously she's got the people in the Crystarium, but like they're all like comrades more than they are friends. Hopefully this doesn't take too much longer than like 10 minutes. I guess I could look up the balance as a Dark Knight opener. That's all you needed to like precast Blood Weapon? No. I don't know. The opener didn't look like what I expected when I looked at it. Because for the most part I was popping like Delirium and Blood Weapon and then doing one Edge of Shadow and then Hard Slash. No, then I was doing Blood Spiller because I get the free cast. What generates Blood Gauge? Is it just any single target attack that doesn't spend? Okay, Soul Eater. Soul Eater and Stalwart Shout. Okay. And then I pop Living Shadow as soon as I can. You know, if that's the case, then I shouldn't be using Blood Spiller at the beginning to use up these casts, because I need to be getting enough. I need to be getting the 50 blood gauge from doing 3 of these? Then I can pop Living Shadow and call out Frey. Yeah, it doesn't matter that much. I actually was trying to play Outlaw Rogue in WoW, but I feel like it's a little too fast for me. There aren't that many buttons to press, and I kind of understand the rotation, but it's just really fast. Honestly, the most fun class that I've been playing this expansion has been Prod Paladin. I think it's because there isn't that much to the rotation. It's just a pretty easy priority and to not cap on Holy Power. Anyway, let's get started. Eden's Promise Umbra. You know, I should probably turn off the portraits if I'm going to be streaming. You never know when you're going to get a sus portrait.
I'm drawing out the darkness. Get ready.
She's a bit more British than I remember. Then again, I've only ever really heard her yelling. Like I said, if you imagine them hot, they'll be hot. Not that I'm complaining or anything.
It worked, Gaia. We've done it.
the hot version of the Crystal Tower boss. Oh, jeez. There we go, summon Prey. Need to watch and see if I need to do. Whoops, and I'm not dead. Good. Need to actually watch because I wasn't watching at all. I haven't played much Final Fantasy stuff, much Final Fantasy combat in a while. He's got 3 stacks. Oh no, that's it. Able to execute. Oh right. Paladin has a completely different rotation now. Oops. That's not what I was supposed to do. Okay, now let's raise. Okay, so now what am I supposed to do here? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, well, I'm not dead, so that's good. I assume we're not supposed to run it over something, everyone? Yeah, well, clearly I don't know what I'm doing. I also need to remember to use Blackest Night if I'm about to get hit. Let's stand with everyone else. I'm playing really bad. Particle containment. I probably need to stand in these. I'll take this one then. Oops, used that too late. Oh well. Trying to use the Blackest Night there to soak in. The empty plane is AoE. Alright, this. So, how do I do this? You don't stand in that. It looks like I'm supposed to... Okay, so it's pushing this way. Probably need to walk like this. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oops, I should summon Frey. I think I like can't get multiple stacks of something. Oops, it's not staying there. I keep on... It's 5. Go on, it's 5. Oh, I need to move. I'm so used to Control C being... Do we need to move? I should use the Blackest Night there. Oops, too late. I'll look that up eventually. And wait, why do I bother looking it up? As long as we clear the fight, I'll probably never do this again. So that the other tank at least kinda knows what they're doing. But we're done with that mechanic, so... Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Looks like everyone's running as far away as possible from the one... Oh, okay, you gotta break it. Okay. I see. Yeah, stand over here. Yep. Oop. Oh, come on! Oh, that's 4 deaths and counting. Oh, that was both tanks. That's not good. Yeah, res the paladin, not me. We're almost LB3. There it is. DPS should probably just go ahead and LB3. Probably just can't stand on one for very long. I don't see any stack ticking up or anything. Or maybe there is and I'm just blind. Anyway, that's hot Dommy Mommy. I mean, that's boss taken down. That was pretty scuffed. Well, thankfully the other tanks seemed to know what they were doing, so we weren't in any trouble. Except for when he got bopped off that one last time. If I get a command on this, I'm gonna be surprised. Anyway, let's need everything like usual. Like the scumbags we are. Oh, good. I still got a commendation. You people don't understand. Okay, Reen. So that was what a world flooded by darkness would look like. That all went surprisingly well. Of course, we have Whirlian to thank for slaying that ghastly creature. I'm glad I'm being acknowledged for my very, very big contribution in that fight. You are fantastic, Gaia. Anyone would think you're an old hand at this. You weren't so bad yourself. We make quite a team, don't we? We certainly do. I don't know about you two, but I'm itching to see whether our hard work has paid off. Let's head back. I suspect it's not going to play out as well as they think it will. Oh, let's head back and see what happened. The plants are just as lifeless as they were before. Maybe the light's influence is still too strong? That sounds like a void sent sound. What in the world? Rainbow crystal. In fleeting hues and endless warmth, a gentle light washed over me. A glimmer of hope once lost. Oh, that was the first part of that. Let's go ahead and take a quick break since it's been a bit over an hour. Well, time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom. Let me set up the camera real quick. Get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's get back to it. Let's talk to Reen and Gaia and see what we're gonna do next. Should have left that as the background, to be honest. Either way, let's start with Reen. I'm still not quite sure what the enormous crystal actually does, or why it changes color, but I'm sure it didn't look like that before. Maybe it did and we just didn't notice. Shadows of the past. Gaia is more than a little vexed that your long outing did not result in greater changes to the empty. Or last outing, not long outing. We tipped the scales away from the light. I'm sure of it. But something's wrong. Very wrong. Called Shadows of the Past, which means we might actually get a little bit of insight into Gaia's past. Should have opened this Pepsi before I started the stream back up. Nope, migraine time. For 100 long years, I've waited for this moment. I knew it! You've been hiding inside Eden all this time! Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Of course it's an Ascian. An Ascian! I am Metron, servant of Zodiark. The voice that has whispered to me all my life. Indeed, and thanks to you, I am all but free from my prison of light. Does this mean Eden was used to seal away an Ascian? Wait, this is Eden, an Ascian transformed into a Sin Eater. Oh, interesting. I've heard enough about Ascians to know they're nothing but trouble, but I never imagined that one of them was behind all of this. I thought that restoring the darkness was my idea, but this was your plan from the very beginning. It was, but all it took was the slightest suggestion. The rest was entirely your doing. Can't figure out what voice I want to give this guy. Ah, my freedom is so close. I can almost taste it. Finally, my soul may journey beyond the flesh, to which I am yet bound. I knew you would come for me, Gaia. Don't flatter yourself. You've caused me nothing but pain. If I've helped you, it wasn't intentional. Even now, your memories elude you. Hearken in unto me, Gaia, and remember. In an age past, the world you know as the 13th was flooded by darkness. Oh. Okay, she's from there, isn't she? Like ripples in water, the repercussions were felt in other shards, none more than here on the first. It becomes perilously imbalanced and susceptible to the influence of light. Were light to consume the first as darkness did the 13th, it would likewise become a lifeless void, lost to our cause. We could not allow this mistake to be repeated. It was our duty to safeguard this world from the selfsame fate. Didn't Emmett want the light to take over now? Whatever. After a time, Emmett Selk conceived of a plan to trigger a rejoining, utilizing the very light we had labored to keep in check, and tasked us with bringing the plan to fruition. Okay. But at the last, we were thwarted by Ardbert and his companions. Though our resolve was strong, theirs was stronger still, and as we fell, so too was the light unleashed. Oops. For us, however, death is not the end. Though our bodies may perish, our souls live on, withdrawing but temporarily to the rift. Until you can find a new body to possess. I too would have been reborn, but ere my soul could leave its corporal form, Ardberg struck me with a blade of purest light, and that light enveloped my body, twisting it beyond recognition. Eden, the first Sin-Eater. Oh, that's her. That's Gaia, not Mitron. My soul felt such agony as I had never known, and then I knew no more. In my insensate, instinctive state, influenced by Ardbert's fervent desire to banish darkness, I unleashed the light to... Man, these words. Burgeoning me within me. And it spread as an all-consuming wave to every corner of the world. So they really did cause the calamity. The flood of light. So, that's how Sin-Eaters came to be. Well, actually, that's pretty good. We didn't actually get an explanation of the Sin-Eater problem in MSQ. All would have been lost had not been the one called Minfilia appeared, halting the light's inexorable advance. She saved what little still remained of this world. Of the world. In the process, she also restored to me a sliver of my consciousness. Though I remained trapped in my altered form, motionless, I was capable only of feeble whispering. Emmett Selk couldn't have saved you? Perhaps he could have, if such had been his wish. Far easier, however, to simply find another piece of my fractured soul to replace me. From his perspective, there was no need to intervene and possibly disturb the balance of ether, and so here I remained. So after you failed, he left you here to rot. Some friend he turned out to be. Thus abandoned, I called out what seemed like an eternity to the only soul who could save me. You, Gaia. Actually, I don't think I was right about that prediction about her being from the 13th. All this time, you were calling me for help? Yes, but you had forgotten our duty. Though vestiges of your true power remained, you could not wield it at will. Time went by, and eventually change came. The light began to subside, and the dark of night returned. Yeah, that was me. Gradually, my voice grew stronger, until I was able to exert my will over you. You wanted me to free your soul from Eden, which is why you had me attack it, another plan that ended in failure thanks to Beryllion. Indeed, thankfully your subsequent attempts to restore this barren land allowed Eden to absorb and more ether, aligned closer to darkness, gradually eroding the cage of light that holds me. Owing to your most recent efforts, my mind is wholly my own once more, and I am able to project my image beyond these confines. Then all this time we've been helping to free an Ascian? Yes, Reen. This is fine tale, but why should I care about any of it? What are you to me? Come with me to Eden's core, then all shall become clear. Wait! I'm gonna take a drink here. Guess I shouldn't try and take a drink during a dialogue-heavy section. Well, then I guess we'll head over to Eden's core and see when he has to show us. Well, Gaia, I know you told me not to blame this on you, but sure seems like it's your fault. I have a bad feeling about this, but if we wanted to restore the land, we need to know what we're dealing with. I've just realized something. If Eden has been absorbing all that rebalanced ether, that must be why we've struggled to restore life to the empty. I suppose we can think about that later, though. Oh, okay, that would make sense. More importantly, it seems I've lost control over Eden, most likely because of the Ascian. Urianger specifically warned us about not listening to the fairy's honeyed words, so we'd better think this through before we go rushing in. Oh, if only he and Thancred were here now. Well, they're not. What are you talking about? Oh, right, her memory's messed up. I'm sorry, Gaia. I shouldn't have been so quick to lose heart. But no, that's not what I meant. Who are Urianger and Thancred? Huh? Okay. I mean, I'm doing the huh, but it's already been established that her memory isn't working, alright? Wait, I know those people, I'm sure of it, but why can't I remember them? I thought something was strange when I mentioned the festival on board Eden. It was as though you had no recollection of our earlier conversation. This is most likely connected to Mitron. Damn it all, what more is that fiend going to take from me? To tell the truth, the thing that frightens me most is that you might forget about us. That won't happen. For every memory I lose, we'll make 2 more together. Aww. And if I need to know something, I can just ask you. Why not start by telling me about Urianger and Thancred? To be honest, my nerves are all a jitter, so I need something to help me settle down before we confront Mitron. Urianger is probably the most intelligent person I know. Yeah. Besides maybe Y'shtola. He spends a lot of time reading, but he can also say things that you can't learn everything from books, and encourage me to go out and see the world for myself. Sounds sensible to me. Most better to experience things firsthand than to read about someone else's. Like those coffee biscuits. No book could ever describe how good they taste. The coffee biscuits. Is there anything else you can tell me about him, Beryllian? Well, he uses these really annoying words that are hard to read. He devoted his life to studying prophecies. He can walk on water until he can't. Yeah, study of prophecies. That's why you got them cards. It's dual disc. Prophecies are funny things, if you ask me. If people know that something terrible is going to happen, they'll go and prevent it, which would make the prophecy untrue. I wonder what Urianger would say to that. As for Thancred, he's a really old dude who I always need to take care of. As for Thancred, he's the one who freed me from Yulmore. At first I thought of him as my knight in shining armor, but really he was much more than that. We traveled all over Novront, and he helped me become the person I am today. He even gave me my name. He's also an expert at infiltration. His gift for song won the heart of many a fair lady, or so he claims. Singing? That doesn't sound like the Thancred I know. She didn't know old womanizer Thancred. I mean, that's what happens when you become a dad, right? It seems he has a way with words. That must be how he was able to choose such a pretty name for you. The gunblade's over there. Actually, while we're on the subject, that gunblade over there belonged to Thancred, and then it was somehow remade by Totaro in the first, with the exact same details somehow, because, you know, she has the schematics for it. As far as mementos go, it's a bit on the cumbersome side, but it reminds me of our adventures together. Even though there's little chance I'll ever see him again, it seems like he's here with me. Must be pretty useless for him since he can't charge his own ammo. Keeping your memories close. Nice clipping. You know what? I should keep a diary. Actually, that'd probably be a pretty good idea. Even if I forget everything, at least I will have something to look back on. That's a brilliant idea. Since we're going to be making lots of new memories together, maybe I could write in it too. No. As long as you improve your handwriting before you go scrawling all over it. I'd like your entries to be vaguely legible, if you don't mind. So it's a couple's diary. Of course, your ladyship. Zoom. But before that, we've got an Ascian to deal with. Let's get this over with. Hey, you know, it's always the red flag when they say, let's plan out all of this great stuff together, and then we're like, after we defeat the enemy. No, that's usually not going to end up well. Anyway, let's go ahead and we gotta head back to Eden's Core now, since we're done having our little talk. When I think back to the days I spent with everyone, it's always the tiny, frivolous details that spring to my mind. The smiles, the little gestures. It's not as though I made a conscious effort to remember them, but they stuck with me all the same. I suppose that's what memories are, a collection of all those seemingly insignificant moments. While they may not have been made a huge difference in the grand scheme of things, they mean the world to me. It was good to hear about our friends, but I still have no recollection of them whatsoever. It's just like all those things Mitron was saying. How can I even tell if they're true or not if I don't remember? There's no point in dwelling on it, though. Nothing for it but to press on. Yeah. Sure, Gaia. Hey, Mitron, what do you have to show us? We came as you asked, so start talking. Why settle for mere words when I offer something far greater? Eden will now afford you a glimpse of the past. More than a glimpse, in fact. It will be as real as any of the foes you yourself have conjured forth. That doesn't sound good. Conjured forth? Wait, you don't mean to perform a summoning, do you? Evil smile. I do. I shall recreate the battle of 100 years past, which pitted Ardbert and his fellow warriors of light against his nemesis, the Shadow Keeper. Oh, this sounds like fun. Just as Emmett Silk recreate the final days of Amarat. So who will play the part of Ardbert? Why, me, of course. Whomsoever you choose, though his skill and strength will not be easily matched. And what do you hope to achieve with this history lesson of yours? You shall see. You shall remember. Now, your very soul will revisit that fateful day 100 years ago. Gaia, you can't trust Mitron. If you do, you'll end up being manipulated again. Green. You're right. My days of being controlled by the demons are over. I have a new life now, and won't let anyone take that away from me. All the red flags. My will is my own. You will not have no hold over me. Well, except for this hold that he has over you. This is all you're doing, accursed minions of light. I should be the one at her side, not you or anyone else. I will take her beyond the reach of your poisonous influence and keep her safe. The nice, dark, and sassy music. What have you done with Gaia? Nothing yet, but soon I will restore her to her true self, and you will help me do so by conquering the adversary I present before you. Uh-oh. Well, this can't be good. What are we gonna face now? I knew it was risky trusting in Ascian, but we played right into Mitron's hands. We'll do whatever it takes to save Gaia. There's no choice but to do as me. Yeah, we'll save Gaia. Agreed. There's no telling what kind of danger she's in. But wherever she is, I know she's giving her all. Even though we're apart, we'll fight as one. Together, we'll bring an end to Mitron's wicked schemes. It looks like Mitron's grip on Eden has loosened somewhat, perhaps to allow me to send you to the battlefield. Once you get there, don't let your guard down. While this may be a reenactment of a moment in history, the threats you face are very real. Whatever happens, you must make it through this. Gaia's counting on us. Eden's Promise. Litany, now accessible. Let's see, what's litany mean? Litany, a liturgical prayer consisting of a series of petitions recited by leader, or repetitive recital series or list. Oh, okay. Guess because we're redoing a moment in history. I wish I knew more about this Shadowkeeper. Then at least we'd be a little better prepared. All I can say is, please be careful. Alright, let's go ahead and queue on up then. Raid... Litany. Let's see, 10 minutes. Hopefully that means 10 minutes, not like 20. Let's see, what can we do with while we wait? Look at how many actual quests we have left to do. Oops, didn't close the wrong tab. Okay, so we're on Litany. So there's actually 2 more quests, but there's actually 2 fights. I'm getting a little bit tired, so I'm not sure how much I actually want to do on that. I'll finish up Shadows of the Past, which is the one that we're on right now. And then I'll need to decide if I want to do the next quest or not, because the next quest actually has 2 fights, and it's the climax. So I might leave that for next time we do this. But we'll see after I finish this fight and get completely... Let's see if we can not die 4 or 5 times this time. That was a really scuffed fight. I think I was focusing on my rotation a bit too much and not paying attention to mechanics, but I think also because I didn't understand the checkerboard mechanic that much. Either way, we cleared it without many problems. Of course, those healers were probably like having an aneurysm, but we cleared it without too much trouble. I think I might try, let's see. I have some, like, small puzzle games on Steam that we could do. Like, there's a free one called FFXIV, which is sort of a Minesweeper thing, except it's with hexagons. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right, they released Persona 3 Portable on PC. Although it looks like it's mostly positive, which means it was probably not very well done. Okay, looks like it's a bad port, which doesn't surprise me. Like, then again, the Persona 4 Golden port got a bit of flack when it came out. But then they fixed it up. I still need to finish that eventually. I've got almost 50 hours in it, and I'm a little over halfway done. I'm honestly still surprised that they released Persona 5 on PC. Oh yeah, Sims 4 is free to play now. Is Origin still a thing? Because I got Sims 4 for free, plus like a DLC at some point. Either way, let me look at what little puzzle games I have. Maybe we can just try out doing some of that FFXIV. Like I wish there was like a little game that we could play while we wait, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head that isn't like a full-on game where we'd have to like sit and do at least 20 minutes to play it. It'd be funny if I could do like a speed run of a game in like 10 minutes. But the only games that I can think of that I kind of know the speedrun route for is Portal 1, but I haven't done that in years. At some point I might play through Portal 1 and Portal 2 on stream, but I'm gonna finish, I want to at least get to Endwalker, maybe completely finish Endwalker. That would take a while though. Maybe I'll pick a game and do like a game on Saturday and then do MSQ on Sunday once I get to Endwalker. We'll do like Golden Saucer and then MSQ. That might be a decent idea. Because I'd like to play other games besides Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 14. Looking through my Steam library right now. You know, I have Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, and it's actually pretty good. The problem is that my 1060 is, like, really chugs on it. And, like, I can barely, like, it runs barely at 60 FPS without streaming. Because, like, when I stream, I lose, like, 10 FPS, 10 to 20 FPS on Final Fantasy 14. I also tried playing Cook Serve Delicious 3 again. I actually played 7 hours on that when I initially got it, but then I haven't played it almost at all. I've gotten a lot better at typing since then. I don't know why I keep Dark Souls 1 installed on my computer. I'm not going to play it. Oh yeah, we could play a bunch more Deep Rock Galactic, but obviously we're not gonna just do that during queue. Descenders is a game we might be able to play, but I haven't played it in forever. It's a downhill, it's actually really interesting. It's like a downhill BMX roguelike. That's not a roguelike, I guess that's how you would describe it. But I have to plug in a controller. And I'm not very good at it. Let's see. Electronic Superjoy, that's a platformer that I played a bunch in college because I didn't I would have an internet connection at school, but it wouldn't be really good enough to do stuff on. Or like they would block stuff so that you wouldn't be able to do much. So I actually have a lot more hours in it than the 59 minutes that it says. Yeah, Fallout 4 is a game I want to play at some point. Maybe Fury as well. Or Furry. It's probably going to say Fury. I've got a bunch of games on here that I want to play at some point, but just haven't. See, what's the queue timer at now? We're at 7 minutes. Won't start complaining until 10 minutes. I played a decent amount of Mass Effect 1. I actually got 10 hours in it, but because it's a BioWare game, it's really long, and I didn't get very far in it. I also have Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. I put about 5 hours in it, and I think I got about halfway through the game. I enjoyed it a lot, but like there was a point where I just didn't want to continue playing it. Monster Hunter World was fun. I was actually able to run that on my 560 Ti, which was kind of amazing. Same with No Man's Sky. I actually played that on my 560 Ti, and it was like barely able to do it. Did I? Or had I gotten my 1060 by then? Because I got my 1060 a bit before I got the rest of my computer, so I was able to actually play some games even though I was severely CPU limited. There's Painted Back, which is Picross, but I've finished like all but like 1 or 2 levels on it. Oh yeah, I do want to play through Psychonauts 2 at some point. These are all games I may or may not play on stream, I'm not sure yet. I think I will want to play them through on stream, because for the most part on weekdays, I just end up hopping onto WoW or Final Fantasy and just playing those for the night. And like stream, I actually found somebody who recommended, it was a video on it's a video on how to get through your like game library, or maybe no, it was a different one. That was a different video, but it was one where a person did a video essay on why you don't enjoy games anymore. And it was that one of the things that he suggested was that you don't pay attention to your games as much, or something like that. And one of the things they actually recommended was to try streaming the games, even if you don't stream it to quote anyone. It might help you focus on the game. And then I realized, oh, you know, that's kind of what I'm doing with the MSQ. Because during the week, I'd just go off and do my own thing, like trying to do some crafting stuff, and then not focus on MSQ at all. And doing the streams sets a time when I need to make progress on a specific part of the game. I thought that was an interesting idea, and I think I'm going to try and incorporate that into the stream. If there are games that I really want to play, then I should consider trying to stream them so that I can focus on the game. Even if it doesn't end up becoming like a YouTube video, like, there's plenty of games. I've done a bunch of stuff on here that will never become a YouTube video. Like, I did that one Deep Rock Galactic stream, which is never going to become a video because it was literally just 2 mediocre games. I do want to do some more Deep Rock Galactic at some point. I really wish I could, because of the queue times, I want to do like a DPS leveling stream. Like I did a samurai leveling stream at one point, but it was, because I sit in queue most of the time, I'm not really doing anything. I guess the other thing, I guess one of the things that a lot of streamers do while they're in queue is just like watch YouTube, but I know better than not to do that. I'm not big enough to complain on Twitter about it and get any sort of like you're not supposed to do that. You're literally not supposed to do that, but people do it all the time. And then they claim it's React content, which is technically fair use, but they don't provide the criticism or whatever you're supposed to have that makes it valid, that actually makes it fair use. It's like using copyrighted music. You don't have rights to use that. Of course you're going to get it demonetized or muted. Okay, we've gotten over 10 minutes now, right? Okay, I'm officially allowed to start complaining about queue times. I'm a tank. I deserve better than this. Oh, there's another game here. See? All you have to do is complain! Oh, there's Q. Let's do Eden's Promise Litany. I hope the other tank knows what they're doing, because I sure don't. Let's see what this boss is gonna be.
Place 100 years ago. But what does it have to do with Gaia?
Jeez. That's pretty cool. This Kupo. Yes, Kupo. Oops, I guess I'm main tank now. Yeah, let's just go. Oops. Oh, that's why I used Blackest Night. Gotta get that DPS. Because I just wasted Frey. I gotta get that DPS with Blackest Night. Oh, Frey is OGCD. Okay. Oh, that gives me vulnerability stacks. I shouldn't do that. Okay, that's backward implosion. Yeah, three cheese puffs. That's what I wanted, definitely. Sorry, healers. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, they're all moving there, so I should have done a man. Nice. Got the Blackest Night proc. Let's stay over here with everyone else. Okay, I think I'm understanding how to do these mechanics. And the only saving grace I have is that I'm actually using mitigation. probably move out of the way of that. Okay, good. I actually got out of that one in time. This would be really nice if they would swap. I'm not supposed to be here, am I? Maybe I was. Okay, let's not get hit by this one. Because I just wasted that one goes there. Oops, yeah, that's what I thought. Good, I didn't get hit. Oops, I meant to... I tried to hit arm's length, but I hit reprisal. Oops. Okay, so we need to not be on the side that has this wolf. I think it was this one. Oh, nope, I did that wrong. Oh well. The other tanks got us. We're doing fine. Besides all the things we're doing wrong. That might be a thing for me to use Dark Missionary. I wasn't noting if it was magic damage or not. They actually do have those icons now on by default, which is really nice. Let's try this. I forgot to take a look and see if it was shadow or not. Or, not shadow. Magic. Not sure which side it's on. It's backwards, so let's go over here. Yep. Oh, right, that. Oh, I still got hit. If I'm gonna get hit, I need to remember to pop Blackest Night. Also need to remember not to cap out on mana. We got 2 people on this, so we're good. Oh, come on, that's not fair. Okay, left shadow slash is his left? Yeah. Yeah, Umbral Slash is a tank buster. I think I should probably try and do it after that one. Let me take it, dude. Okay, let's actually hit the arm's length this time. Oops, I'm wasting capped out on this. Okay, this one's the bad one, so I need to be on the side that has that one. I lost track. I think it was this one. Nope, it's this one. There we go. I think that's the magic one. Let's actually watch if it's magic. Yep, it's magic. Okay, backwards implosion. And then he's gonna do this side. Probably LB here just to finish him off. There we go. I did much better that time. The previous fight, I just didn't do very well, but this one I actually like figured out and did the mechanics. That was a fun fight. It wasn't that complicated. Once I figured out what directions the bad were, and I was actually using Upo. It's actually using Blackest Night. Blackest Night. I really like the idea of Blackest Night. It's really good mitigation, but it requires you to understand the fight. Well, that was Litany. Looks like we got Gaia back. Why does this all seem so familiar? Mitron returned Gaia to us, but I have a feeling this isn't over yet. Get some more skill speed. The Warriors of Light. The Shadow Keeper. I've seen all this before. Yes, you and I joined our power as one to create the Shadow Keeper. We bore the witness to its battle with the Warriors of Light. Our power? So I was there, and I wasn't alone. No, Gaia, it's not true. It can't be. How can you have been there 100 years ago? I mean, we have magic. Look deep inside. You know it was real. Cast aside those worthless memories and embrace who you truly are. Worthless? Oh, she's not gonna like that. Now I see. This is why you've been tampering with my memories ever since I was a child. Just so, and now I possess the means to purge them entirely. Your rebirth will finally be complete. You have no right to deny me a life, to rob me of what I hold most precious. My memories may seem worthless to you, but not to me. I will never be yours. My place is here, in this world, in this life, in this moment. Wherever my friends are, that is where I belong. She's really changed since the first time we met her. Stoic nod. Nod of light. Then you would think you're back on turn your back. Then you would turn your back on our glorious past, on the lives we once lived. Any past I may have shared with you is long gone. I live in the here and now, striving to build a better future, and I'll be damned if I let you take that away from me. Oh, I guess it's hammer time. To be reunited at long last, only to be shunned. I mean, people change, dude. Would that I had died with you, to be reborn. Even without knowledge of your past, we may yet forge a future together. I'm sick of your riddles. Speak plainly or not at all. Speak plainly, Asian. You and I fought the warriors of light as one, joined in body and soul. When Ardward struck his final blow, the light tore through the bonds that held us. Though you perished, I was condemned to a far worse fate. My flesh became my prison, and I was cursed to remain here in my abomination, while you lived on with others at your side. I will suffer it no more. You belong to me. I too was once held against my will, robbed of my freedom. To be trapped alone for 100 years, I can't imagine the pain you must have felt. But that does not give you the right to deny Gaia a chance at happiness. I'm the one that will make her happy. Wait, what? We once knew happiness, true happiness, until fate conspired to tear us apart. I will never let that happen again. We shall be joined as one, my memories yours, together for all eternity. Now you see, this is what they mean when they're talking about crazy exes. The darkness, it's rising within me. Well, the good thing you got your girlfriend of light there. That mark. Of course, she used to be an Ascian. That's kind of what they were alluding to. What is this? Why am I... Hold on, Gaia. Whatever it is, you mustn't give in. Who are you? Well, I mean, we saw this coming. Yes, yes. Now nothing will keep her from me. I'm yours, and you are mine. I know I've changed this guy's voice like 3 times, but I can't help but doing like a sinister Ascian voice. So we're gonna face Ascian Prime 2.0. Looks like it. We are one. We remember. Yep, Ascian Prime. So it's true. Gaia really is a reincarnated Ascian. Girl you once knew is no more. The Ascian who held the seat of Lawgrief is all that remains. Gaia is her true name. Migraine time. Up there, her lips. Oh, Lawgrief, how long has it been? How long have I dreamed of this day? There we go. Is that you, Mitron? Forgive me. I didn't recognize you. In my defense, my memories have only recently been restored. My mind is still a bit hazy. Hardly surprising. No matter how many times we are reborn, it is disorienting to have everything change around you. Even so, I immediately recognize your resplendent soul. And I cling to the hope that one day you will likewise remember mine. You always were a forgetful one. I could never forget you, try as I might. But tell me, what do you know of my past? I admit my memory may need refreshing. We served together as members of the Convocation of 14, dedicated to summoning of Lord Zodiark. Although the task assigned to you eventually fell to Elidibus. Yes, I remember. Amidst the chaos and despair, you never left my side. My loyal protector. My loyal protector. But in the end, it was all in vain. I was powerless to prevent Hydaelyn from tearing our world asunder. So I heard from Emmett Selk. We labored to make our world whole again. That's why he restored my memories, so that I can play my part. Our part. Alone we struggle, but by joining your power with mine, we may yet succeed. My power? You were always one for flattery. Oh, I assure you, I am quite sincere. It would be my honor to serve the cause alongside you, and I shan't take no for an answer. The honor is mine. For as much as I chide and tease you, you are everything to me, my inspiration. When I'm with you, I fear nothing. Promise me that it will never be parted again. I promise. Even should fate conspire to separate us, I will reach out to you wherever you may be. And I will come running. Well then, I don't know what to think at this point. I feel like this is a great stopping point. Well, not yet. Gotta wait for this migraine to go away. We are destined to find each other, to awaken our buried past, and be born anew. Though our brethren employ crystals to return sundered souls to their office, without them such a feat was beyond my reach. But by becoming one in mind and body, my memories are yours. At last you have awoken. Now, the time has come to restore our world to the utopia it once was. Let Gaia go! You are not worthy to speak that name. What a simp. If you must call her anything, use the name chosen by her parents, if you even know what that is. No, to me her name is Gaia. And nothing you say about her makes any difference to me. I don't care if she's an Ascian. She's my friend. Was your friend. Never again she will answer to your cries. See, controlling ex-boyfriend. We won't give up on her. We'll break the shackles that bind her. Was this actually supposed to be like a commentary on toxic relationships, or is this just a story? Your wicked schemes have gone far enough. We're taking Gaia back. Accursed servants of light, you will not tear us apart again. What is this? Visions in my mind? A summoning? All your hopes and fears turned against you. There is no escape from your past. There's no escape from your past? Excuse me, sir, but hasn't been the theme up to this point to look forward to the future? Anyway, that was interesting. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here for today, because I'm getting a bit tired. So we've got two more quests. Two more? Yeah, two more quests to do. The next quest will have 2 fights, and then the last one will finish off everything. Let's go ahead and put this as the background. That's all we're gonna do for today. We'll see. I'm gonna think about streaming this weekend during the week because I really want to continue the storyline. But we'll see, depending on if I get home early or whatever. We'll see. I'll let you know, like usual on Twitter if I'm going to do a weekday stream. If not, next stream will be Saturday, and I hope to see you there. Until then, goodbye.